Won't you be my neighbor?
She hit me in the face with the flower!
Not 30 seconds into this house, there's already drama.
What happened, baby? What's poppin'?
I sat down on this bed at first. The girl say right here, this her bed. I said, okay, cool. I sit on this bed. She jumping on the bed. She not paying me no attention. I'm sitting right here. The girl's running around looking for the bed. Next thing I know, she comes. She the same girl that was with us when we was over there looking at the beds. Couldn't find one. Then I'm sitting on this one. She said, oh, no, this my bed. I was like, no, this not your bed. This my bed. I'm already here. No, you gonna get up off my bed. So then she pushed me a little bit, right? Then I had my flowers right here. She gonna take my flowers and get ready to throw them. So I grabbed them from her. She gonna snatch the flowers and hit me with the flower. That's when it was on.
Violence is what I can't have. Saaphyri, your time is up, man. I gotta let you go.
You know, and the thing with Flav is like this. It's stuff he know, you know what I'm saying? He know my heart or whatever and stuff, right? So if he should know my heart, then he should know that he had the real one right here. But instead, he didn't have it. He didn't see that. He didn't see it. So since he don't see it, then what? He got a gang of fake up in here right now. So if he want to be with them, then that's what he do. I don't even care.
And so did you become the Flavor Love guy woman?
Nah. Flav ain't had no main woman.
Oh, he did?
Well, he had a main woman, but she wasn't on the show.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but so they said, anyway, go upstairs and find your bed. So I go darting up the stairs, booty jiggling, tiggly jingling. I dart up there, I find the bed that I'm gonna sleep on. But this girl, she said, no, this is her bed. I was like, no, this is not your bed, this is my bed.
The white girl, right?
Yeah, she
I remember
happened to
you
be
and the
white.
white girl fighting.
I'm just gonna keep it 100. Them was white girl tears. That was those tears, and when white girls, they be doing something, they know they out of line, and they start crying, oh my God.
And she said to you, if I remember correctly, this is not the hood. I'm a white girl. I'm not in the hood. You fight me like I'm in the hood or something like that. You didn't feel bad fighting with a white girl? Because she wasn't from the hood.
And that's supposed to make a difference.
There was no competition.
Okay.
When you and this white girl were fighting, it wasn't acting, it was the real deal?
No, it was real. And of course I did end up going home, but once the season aired and the ratings started coming through, Matt called me that night. He said, we got something else for you. Then my thing, they said, okay, we want you to come on charm school. So I was like, charm school? I was like, oh, that's dope. Okay, we're going on charm school. So,
Oh, okay. Nice. So were you a Christian at one time?
my mama, she used to take us to church 7 days a week. And I would go to sleep because they scared me.
Yeah.
Everything was you going to hell. Because all the ladies in there was pretty thick. They was big old thickums. And so I was like, all these ladies going to hell. Basically, I would go to sleep because I didn't want to go to hell.
When you sit back and nobody's around and Saaphyri is all alone in a room, what's important to you?
As long as people don't come around disturbing my peace, we good. That's very important. And I think my relationship with God is very important to me.
So you say you're not a Christian, right? But you're spiritual.
Yeah, I'm spiritual.
So how did you become a spiritual person?
And this is how it happened. I started reading the Bible. There was something I was reading about Moses, and then I wanted to know more about Moses. Then I said, oh, I want to hear some more. Then I started reading about Judaism and Buddhism. I found out that actually my grandmother was Jewish. And so then it came to me, it kind of dawned on me that I'm not God. I'm the daughter of. It's not about religion. When you discipline your child, but how do you discipline him? Spare the rod, spoil the child. They say spare the rod. Do he really mean a rod?
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you believe that you are now the daughter of God?
In this plane, it's duality. You have to have both in order to have one.
So
that's how I started.
So that's why I said daughter.
Yes.
So do you think God would tell you to interrupt your prayer to tell you to whoop somebody?
He actually did that on the show.
Oh, he did?
He actually did that. I tried to pray, and God said, tell her this. And I said, what, God? He said, tell her, don't interrupt my prayers before God direct me to whoop your ass. And that's what I told her.
I
she
saw
shut
that.
up. But I'm going to tell you something.
What?
There was this little exercise that we did with my spiritual advisor. I looked in the mirror. I seen one of my past lives. I was a white lady or something like that. I was an old, like 90-something-year-old Indian man. I was a little black girl. She had these shoes on. It looked like the Japanese. And then I seen the other one where I was like this Spanish dude, and I was like a entertainer, like singing. But I was messing around with the king's niece and got her pregnant, so they killed me.
Your spiritual advisor showed you that?
Yeah, it was basically like you look into a bowl of water, you put a white candle here, you look into a bowl of water, you turn off the lights and you look into the mirror, and you will see visions of people. And these people will show you who you were in your past lives.
Did it scare you?
Nah.
Amazing. So you believe in reincarnation?
Oh, definitely.
Amazing. How do you feel about the attack upon white people from the blacks?
I think that's up. If they doing that, if
Is
black
it
people,
racism?
no, I would think that would be thievery. And what is America doing to stop all this?
Nothing right now because they're defunding the cops and allow whites to be attacked by the blacks.
And you think America would really allow this?
They're all allowing it.
I was wanting them to defund the police, but I didn't think it happened.
Do you love white people?
I love all people who love me.
Do you love white people?
I love all people who love me. Because I know I like white people, and white people like me, and we get along great.
But God said to love your enemy, to love all, but not
But
in
God
spiritual.
didn't tell me that.
Not in spiritual.
God didn't tell me that.
What did he say about you loving all people?
He said you treat people with respect and kindness. Yeah, he said don't love them either.
Really?
Yeah, he said you don't love what does not love you. That's a waste of energy.
So I want to know this, and then I got to move on to some
Okay.
other stuff real
Okay.
fast here.
Okay.
What's wrong with the blacks? They have been begging and whining, and so everything that the blacks have asked the white man for, they've gotten it. I remember when they wanted to affirmative action, they got that. And then they wanted to live in a white neighborhood, they got that. And then they wanted reparations, they're getting that. Then they even wanted the white woman, and the white man said, okay, blacks, if it's gonna make you satisfy you, here's the white woman.
They gave them all their white women?
They gave him the white one.
said- okay, wait.
What do you think about, what does it take to make the blacks start doing for themselves and start begging and complaining? Okay, white people, it's enough. We're now gonna do for ourselves, and we're gonna stop blaming and begging.
Well, you know, that's a good question, Jesse.
So they're gonna be doing this for a long time, you think?
I think until racism is stopped.
You believe racism exists?
You don't?
Where's your, you believe it does?
Of course it does.
And where's your proof?
You know,
Give me one example of proof that racism exists.
one example. Let me see, the biggest example?
If you want to.
Okay. How long ago was it that black people were allowed to vote? Okay, and before then, why were they not allowed to vote?
Because they didn't have sense enough.
They didn't have sense enough?
That's why women didn't vote either. You see how crazy things are now that women vote, right?
So then there should have been a lot of people, just in general, that were not allowed to vote.
Well, I'm
right?
messing with you about that, but where's your proof that racism exists?
That was my proof. No black people can vote.
That's your proof for racism?
Well, I think it would be one proof, yeah.
No. Racism does not exist.
Okay.
You're either on the side of good or evil, and evil people try to hurt good people, and that's spiritual. You don't believe that as a spiritual person? You don't believe our battle is spiritual, a warfare between good and evil? Does God say racism exists?
Yeah, he told me that personally.
Oh, he told you that person?
Yeah, he sure did.
Do you believe, so you're thinking white people are racist toward blacks or blacks are racist toward whites?
It goes both ways.
Both are racist?
It goes both ways, yeah.
In one word, describe Joe Biden.
Dumb.
Do you think that women are equal to men?
I would say men are stronger physically than women. Mentally, we should or could be all equal and stuff, except for women, we have different hormonal changes, whereas men don't have those hormonal changes. We're different.
How about emotionally?
Because I only know from the female point of view, is that we express it easier than men.
But it drives men crazy to hear you express it.
Some men
Because
maybe.
it sounds like, you know, have you ever heard a fire truck going by and the dog here and the dog is like, oh, no, right?
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like when women are expressing their emotions. It hurts the man's ear.
Really?
Yeah.
We're different there too. They actually don't hear half of the things that you say. So
Right,
seeing
because of
they-
that fire engine noise.
That's what it is.
They
because
block
fire-
it out.
Scientifically, men just can't hear. They can only hear a certain amount of words per day.
No, that's not
And only
true.
can speak a certain amount of words per day.
Nice, yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Because it doesn't take but a word or two for a man to express himself, lay out what he mean, where a woman take forever added that, and you still don't understand it. Should a man ever take a woman's advice?
Yes.
Why?
It wouldn't be no great men.
But every time a man listens to a woman, he suffers because women don't give logical advice. Their advice is always emotional and illogical.
Well, let me tell you, if it hurts the man to hear, that's not a powerful man.
Can you name one great man that a woman made?
LeBron James,
LeBron James.
he was made by a woman.
But he's a beta. Weak.
Weak in what way?
He think that racism exists and that the white man this and the white man that, and he's a mama's boy. A monkey can play basketball, you teach him how to shoot it. But have you noticed that every time the man listens to the woman, he suffers?
I have not noticed that, sir.
What do you think about the notion that Black Lives Matter and other blacks took down most of the statues of great men, and then they replaced it with an unemployed drug addict, with a criminal arrested George Floyd? What do you think of that?
That would be amazing. And then if that's the case, if everybody is lying, then everything actually is a lie. And that I would have to go back and really just find out all the lies about everything.
Absolutely. Are you happy that the blacks are making an unemployed drug addict a hero?
Well, I think heroes come in all different types of frames. I'm okay with it.
So if you walking by George Floyd's statue with your little girl, right? You have a daughter, and she says, "Look, mommy, who is that black man? What did he do?" You would say, "Isn't that amazing?"
It's amazing, child. It's amazing.
Do you love America?
I love myself. I love my kids. I love my family. I'm just trying to figure out what's the question again. What's the question?
You got to admit that white people founded and built the greatest country on this side of heaven, right?
Nah.
Amazing. So anyway, so don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe.